Being called a life-changing medical device, St. Thomas West Hospital in Asheville will soon perform total artificial heart transplants on patients waiting for a new one.
So I've been doing a lot of research on artificial heart transplant. I have an uncle in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Cleveland Allen Brown. He's actually a junior. So my cousin Cleveland Allen Brown is the third. But anyway, so my uncle, he had a real bad, massive heart attack. It's been over a year now, and he's on a heart transplant donor list. At least that's what we're trying to work towards that. And he's been living out of the hospital for quite some time. And he's home now, but he has regular checkups and things like that. But I've been doing a lot of research and checking out different videos in regards to it. So this is St. Thomas West, and this is in Tennessee, where they're talking about how they offer the heart transplant. And I've been reaching out, leaving comments, and just talking to anybody that might be, have knowledge or any experience, doctors, different programs and hospitals that are willing to take on patients. I know it's still like a lot of research and studies that need to be done. This one here is from HP, the computer maker.
We would get in a circle, and we'd call it the family circle, and we'd throw in our goals. Definitely everyone put in, Dad gets a new heart every time for years.
So, coming across these different stories, I found one. There was a guy in Wisconsin, and he needed...
A lot of people do not understand how was I even still...
He needed a heart transplant and he needed lung transplant, Prince Ashford. So he actually got this procedure done by this father and son doctor team. This father and son doctor team in Wisconsin. 34 years old.
His time had come. It was time
so this is the son,
either kind of go big or go
Dr.
home
David.
Trying to fix this problem.
The problem, heart failure and lung failure.
One day I just had a chest pain, and next thing you know, years later, I'm in his bed.
That day was in 2013. Prince was a carpenter in Milwaukee. He was at work and his chest hurt so much, his supervisor rushed him to the emergency room at Freighter Hospital.
It's kind of like wow me, because I've never had any heart problems.
Prince later learned he would need a heart and lung transplant, an extremely complex and risky procedure. Plus, he would have to wait for not one, but 2 donor organs.
Yeah.
His case was
so
evaluated by hospitals around the country.
I'll post the link.
No team of doctors would take it on.
No team of doctors would take it on. At this point, he's going to say he pretty much was kind of, everybody else gave up on him, so he kind of was giving up as well. And so this father and son team of doctor showed David, the father's coming up here.
I just gave up for the simple fact that it seemed like nobody really cared.
His diagnosis, too complex.
Right.
Severe cardiomyopathy and pulmonary hypertension. 2 conditions doctors often see separately, but almost never together.
It was either
so that's the dad, Dr. Lau.
death or going for this high-risk case.
Medical College of Wisconsin doctors at Freighter Hospital decided to try something that had never been done.
It was like a miracle, because it's like just a couple of weeks ago they were speaking of death. Mm-hmm. And now they're coming to me speaking of life.
So I'm doing this research, to help my uncle, and it's been working on a family project, family history, and the more that I've been finding, family history, family heritage, things like this, I'm also finding out things that could be beneficial to not only myself but to the family as a whole. Like if we got heart conditions that we need to take a closer look at, then we can take the necessary precautions to prevent that from, just blooming out to something that we don't want to face later on in life, or even early on in life. Like this guy, Prince Ashford, he was 34 years old when he had this. That's a young man. And my uncle Cleve is in his 50s. That's young. That's still a whole lot of life to live there. There's a, where is it at? Right. There's another video where there was a, right here. So, powerful artificial hearts. And this is a TED Talk presentation. Dominic Alexander. It's in Tucson, Arizona. And he's talking about his relationships with clients that had to get artificial hearts. And again, I'll put all the links for all these videos up so you can check them out when you get time. But I was speaking with...
artificial heart patient I got to work with. I asked them all the silly, dumb questions that anyone may ask.
I was...
do you still love your wife?
I was talking to my Uncle Ed on my father's side, and he had a situation where he had to go and have his heart, looked at and get like a splint and things in there. So that's my father's side. My Uncle Cleve is on my mother's side. So if I got heart conditions on both sides, this is something that we definitely shouldn't just sweep under the rug. So if anybody got any comments or feedback, or you got any friends in the medical field, you just know like different hospitals or doctors that would be interested in just helping, I'll put all the information down in the description of this video, so we can help save lives, extend lives, and also just further science and medical research. I feel like the way we can contribute and give back to society, all of us, whether you 2 years old or 200 years old, is to communicate and conversate and put on your best thinking cap. I don't think there's any silly or wrong questions. We don't have all the answers. Medical doctors back in the day, they thought a certain way, and as time goes, humanity, we always evolve. Like doctors and science and everything evolves. So today, in today's age, we may think we have it, solid right now, got all the answers, but 100 years from now, we might look back and say, well, what were you thinking? You were thinking crazy. Like back in the day, doctors didn't wash their hands, and they thought it was silly to wash their hands. And when there was one doctor that said, hey, wash your hands while you're giving birth or you're delivering babies, then the mortality rates will go down. And they banned that guy. They banned that doctor, took away his practicing license and all that stuff because he was too radical for the time. So right now we got the artificial hearts. I don't have the answer, Sway, but you say the pig is an animal that's very close as far as organs and things like that to the human. My family, we don't eat we don't eat pork or beef like that. But I feel like we can use the pig for medical purpose, and research and stuff like that, since it is so closely related to humans in regards to the organs, things like that. So, if, and I know I got some family members that be like, no, we can't deal with pork, but hey, you don't eat human, but you will put a human organ in your body. So you don't eat pig, but if it's going to save your life, would you put a pig organ in your body? That might be a conversation that needs to be had, but you got to think rational and logical, and it's all for the purpose of evolving and learning, and that's what it's all about. So thank you for your time. I know this video is a little longer than I intended it to be. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, be kind to nature. The universe will support you most definitely. Peace, love, smiles, truth, galaxy. I am Zachary, and I see you, and I hope you see me as well. Love you. Peace.